we got to go here first because this is something we had a long conversation about this on the show. You watched that video. Why not green enter instead?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good conversation, and everything that we're doing is really inspired by the Green Party. You know, the way that we see the Green Party is that they carried the torch, this progressive torch, populist torch, during these really dark times. You know, these really dark times, neoliberal, if you don't mind the use of that, you know, the times when, I mean, the new Democrats were coming around. I mean, the Republican Party, I mean, it was still this full swing assault towards, you know, to the corporate right and towards oligarchy. And they were ahead of the curve, you know, so the Greens deserve great credit and respect for that. But at the same time, there are a number of reasons that we feel that a new party is really the route to success, and why it has the best chance of succeeding. And so to lay some of the historical groundwork, in 1852, which is the election which led the Republican Party, the abolitionist Republican Party, to finally be able to replace the Whig Party, the pro-slavery Whig Party, there had been a couple of abolitionist parties that had existed before that. The Liberty Party, the Free Soil Party. And they were kind of the analog to what I would say the Green Party is today. You know, the activists had come together, people who were abolitionists, and they were strongly opposing it in those two parties. But they weren't the ones that made the breakthrough in the end. They weren't the ones that replaced the establishment party that was holding slavery in place. They didn't replace the Whig Party. What it took, rather, was a new party that came about after that crucial election of 1852, where the Whig Party elites forced through a pro-slavery platform against the will of their voters, and that split the party. And people didn't turn out, and the opposition party ended up sweeping that election, very much like the Republicans swept in the 2016 election after the Democrats blocked Bernie Sanders and his platform. And so as a result of that, the Republican Party, what made it different from the Free Soil and the Liberty Party is that it was founded as a break inside the Whig Party. And so it pulled over resources. It pulled over elected officials. It pulled over candidates who had previously been. It pulled over, you know, staff, people who had previously worked inside the Whig Party, brought them over, brought all of that professional experience, all of that experience of the knowledge of how the electoral system works, the political system, who had previously worked inside one of the establishment parties.
So that is your goal then?
That was the route, yes. That was the route of the new successful party, which was able to then replace the Whig Party. And so we think it's essential for a new party to represent a split inside an establishment party and to pull over many resources. And I think we're beginning to see that with people like Tim Canova, who after a long time of talking to him and encouraging him to go independent, you know, he decided to do it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.